Aloha, welcome to Chappy's Tiki Bar. This is the Pink Denny episode of where I create a cocktail named the Pink Denny. I do a garden raid where I fry zucchini and make chicken dumplings. Also, the skirt story by AJ Rathbun. Coming right up on Chappy's Tiki Bar.
So then the first John says to the second John, if you find my car keys, we can drive out of here. You get it? No, because it was so big. No, never mind. Oh, hello. Welcome to Chappy's Tiki Bar. I'm Chappy. This is Mookie. We've coordinated our outfits today. So this is the Pink Denny episode. I create a drink that I name after my father because I use some things from his garden. And then we're going to do a garden raid and actually raid my father's garden. It's just behind here. So we're going to get started on my Pink Denny episode where we raid his garden. Aloha, I'm just enjoying a Negroni. This segment we call Best Tropical Destination Stories. So send your best tropical destination stories to chappiness@yahoo.com and I'll read them on my show. For today's tropical destination story, we're going to do something a little different. I have a poem. It's from the book In Their Cups by AJ Rathbun. So I actually contacted AJ and he replied to my email. So he seems to be a really cool guy. And I think we both really love Negronis. This is one of my favorite drinks. I made it on my very first episode. Very simple. Sweet vermouth, Campari, and gin. In Their Cups by AJ Rathbun. It says, an anthology of poems about drinking places, drinks, and drinkers. And this poem is called The Skirt Story, and it's by AJ Rathbun. I hope nature loves the simple tale, the piazza not overwhelmed by grief, hope, and desire, between sips of Negroni, and us speaking a language barely understood. Sheltered by umbrellas, the fountain's dorsal pleasure offsetting heat. After about an hour, we'll leave, roused by clock or schedule or need, and go back to pacing restlessly, stopping only occasionally. Once I have insisted we want in a way that lets us struggle. Now you're trotting down the brick slope to cross street for ice and water that should taste awful, through a troop of husky and pleasant girls and a donkey? How strange! With every crowd there's an exasperated face as red as Campari. Someone's teeth sullied with gin. An eye shaded as if dipped in sweet vermouth. And then a train's furious bell, a whistle, a hot shimmering swarm of small violent movements, and you walking a breath through the masses, skirt breezing around legs. Thanks, AJ. I love the poem. Coming up next, I'm going to raid my old man's garden. Hey everyone, welcome to Appies with Chappy by the lake. This edition is the Garden Raid edition. So let's go check out my dad's garden.
Check out this deer here. Reminds me of my girlfriend. They're both great jumpers. Great at jumping to conclusions.
Oh, the apples, not quite ready yet. Oh, here we got some basil. Take some basil. Looks like the bugs have been at it, but at least you know there's no pesticides. It's all organic here at my dad's garden. And this is a plum tree. They're not ready yet. Hello, Mr. Scarecrow. That looks like rhubarb. Some nice lettuce. It's all caged in so the deer doesn't get it. That looks like carrots. Perfect. And that looks like green peas. Okay, we got some raspberries, so we're gonna get some raspberries for my garden raid. Oh, look at that strawberry. I think that is garlic. Hello Doris, how are you today? Green beans. And we got some spring onions. Oh, we got some zucchini. Gonna grab some zucchini flowers. Oh, that looks like fresh dill. Get another zucchini flower. Alright, that's a pretty good start for my garden raid. We'll see what we can do with that. Alright, so I got some nice zucchini flowers. So we're going to put cheese in them and put a little sort of tempura type batter on them and deep fry them. So when it comes to cleaning the zucchini flower, you don't want to put them under water. It's just going to destroy the integrity of the petal. So you just want to give it a light dusting, and then you want to take the pestle out. I believe that's the correct term, the stem inside. And you want to just take a little look, make sure there's no occupants living rent-free like ants or anything. So you just want to give a little light dusting, and there you go, it's clean. So now I cut up these sticks of white cheddar. Just going to place it inside. I'm going to do my batter. So I got some club soda. The bubbles are going to make it nice and light and airy. And then I have it in ice, so you want it like super cold. When it hits the hot oil, you want it nice and cold. So I'm going to fry them in a nice olive oil, sort of like an Italian thing. So I'm going to put a little cornstarch in there. I find the less glutinous, the better for crispiness. So cornstarch, and then I'm going to put some all-purpose flour. Probably rice flour would be better because then you can stay away from the gluten. All right, and I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I want a nice loose batter, almost like a pancake batter, or maybe even a little looser than that. So I got my flour, put the cheese in the middle, just kind of twirl the end so it's sealed, and give it a roll around in the batter. You can see the bubbles on the batter, so it's, you know it's going to be nice and light. So I got about a dozen of these suckers I'm going to do up, and then we're going to fry them in a little olive oil, and that's Appies with Chappy garden rate. So we're going to start off with 4 basil leaves, half a cup of fresh garden raspberries, half a cup of blackberries, we got a whole peach cut up minus a wedge for the garnish, and we're going to do a juice from 1/2 lemon, and 1 teaspoon of grenadine, one ounce of passion fruit juice, 1 ounce of pineapple juice, one ounce of lychee nectar, 1 ounce of tart cherry. Has to be tart cherry for my pink Denny. And then to add to the pinkness, I have pink Whitney. Okay, don't fight it. It's a lot like dating Mike Tyson. You just got to go with it. All right. Go, go, go. You want your shirt off? Take your shirt off. All right, Mookie, go. Be free. Okay, so that was an ounce of pink Whitney. See my pink Whitney episode. And then we're going to go 2 ounces of Malibu coconut rum. I have one more muddling ingredient. 1/2 cup of blueberries. And then I'm just going to muddle the crap out of this. We got 2 large ice cubes, and then I got a strainer. We're going to strain this over my white tablecloth. All right, and here comes the fun part. Gonna add club soda, and the sugars are gonna react with the club soda, and it'll get nice and fizzy. And I got that peach and some blueberries. I lost the strawberry from the garden, but that's okay. And we'll do 1 blackberry. And that's a Pink Denny. All right, so we're back from the garden raid. So I'm going to make some chicken and dumplings. I have some biscuit mix for my dumplings. It says buttermilk biscuits. Just add water. I don't know how that becomes buttermilk biscuits, but works for me. All right, so first up, I'm going to cook my chicken, and then I'm going to shred it off the bones. So we're going to do a braise. So I have my garden fresh veggies, got some potatoes picked from the garden, little baby carrots picked from the garden, and some snow peas picked from the garden. And I'm going to throw a lemon in there just because. Not picked from the garden. Oh, we have some onions picked from the garden. And then we need some cooking liquid to braise with. So I have a cup of white wine. And then I have some of my homemade chicken stock. I made homemade chicken stock way back in episode 1, so check that out. And then I spatchcocked a chicken. If you've ever spatchcocked a chicken before, leave a comment. Or if you've even done worse, like ruffled some feathers or something, I don't know. So I'm just going to go get my spatchcocked chicken. I just like saying spatchcocked. So basically, it means I just took the back out. I'll still put the back in there. It'll just help it cook a little faster. So in it goes. I'm going to put some salt and pepper on it and then cover it in foil and cook it around 400 degrees for about an hour. And then I'm going to shred it all up and make my chicken and dumplings from the garden. Thanks for watching another edition of Chappy's Tiki Bar, the Pink Denny episode where we raided the garden. Mookie says go ahead and hit the subscribe button. This is Chappy saying life is hard. That's just the way it goes, but sometimes it goes the other way. See you next time on Chappy's Tiki Bar.